Hi, one more time. So let's start lesson number 1, part 2. In this lesson, I will show you how to work with liquid gels, how to do basic layer, yes, and how to work with liquid gels. Yes, it's correctly true. You can work with liquid gels in dual form techniques too, and maybe you will use this technique in your future. Of course, it exists in more easy techniques, but I will show you because sometimes my students, they like liquid gels, self-leveling gels, yes? So let's imagine that came some customer and we have to prepare our nail. And don't forget that this one lesson you don't need to repeat for your certificate. This one lesson, it will be only for you to know. And now I'm starting to push my cuticle area. And for this you need pusher roundy. I don't like pushers straights. I love really roundy pusher. Now I'm using cuticle remover. Don't afraid of liftings because after that we will remove cuticle remover with prep, yes, with alcohol. And when we use this cuticle remover, for example, our customer has really a lot cuticle and this cuticle is growing, yes, and not really too much cuticle. After I use cuticle remover and with wipes for babies, First I pushed, and after, you see, I remove everything and I clean before all my work with these baby wipes. So after I will use electric file bead, and you will know my types of my kinds of my electric file beads. And first, of course, I need to do my cuticle more stand, yes, more free. And first I'm starting this with the electric file bead like this one. You see shape on your video, yes, now. And first of all, I'm using my machine to one more side. Now I'm cleaning my left corner, and you have to know that I'm starting more than center of my nail. I'm starting like from my right corner and I'm going to the left corner. Then I switch on my reverse, yes, machine will go to another one side, and I repeat my movements to another one side. So I'm starting from left corner and I'm going to the right corner, and I'm trying with my movements to do my cuticle more like free, yes, not so glued to the nail plate. Now you see my movements. And please pay attention to the corners, yes, correct words, yes, termin, it will be sinus, so you have to clean your sinus well and to prepare your nails well. Then I decided now to cut everything with scissors. Yes, I have very good bladed scissors, yes, and you see it's the same. They have to be very thin, yes, the metal have to be very thin, and it have to be rounded too, and it have to be like knife, very very good sharp, yes, scissors. So I'm started my work from one corner. I'm starting from right corner, and you see position of my fingers, yes, my my finger going, you see now position, another one going to another one side, and try. If you didn't try before this position, it will be more easy for you to cut. So I'm starting from one sinus, it's right sinus, yes, from one right corner. Then I move with my scissors, and my scissors, I need to change position of my scissors, and I'm cutting now center of my cuticle and going like round, because cuticle has round shape. And you see, I have to have like one very correct line when I cut it my cuticle. You see that what I got, I cut it from one movements, yes, and I have like one cuticle now. It's not a lot of pieces of cuticle. I have now only one piece of my cuticle. That's why after some days after my manicure, it will be no problems, because I did it really straight. And after, for example, I will polish my cuticle, and any problem, it will be really very good result when you do like this. Sometimes your customer has really a lot cuticle, yes. We can name with this type of the cuticle, it's like wet cuticle. For example, your customer has really wet cuticle, and after your cutting with scissors, you see that result not so clean. You see that you would like to clean more. That's why you need to repeat it one more time, and to clean like inside between your nail and cuticle zone, you need to clean with electric file bead. It happens, yes, it happened, but not for all customers. It possible only for customers with a very big cuticle zone like I have now. And you see in the corners sometimes we have a little part of the skin. Now I need to clean it with this electric file bead. Now I'm changing my electric file bead to diamond cylinder. Yes, I like this shape, and now I would like to clean all my corners. Yes, and to prepare better all my nail plate. So, dear, today we will work with this type of the dual forms. And you see, I don't want to use any file, maybe a little bit. And it's possible to remove shiny from your nail plate with this electric file big like cylinder. And it's really very easy to clean some your corners with free edge of this cylinder of this electric file bead. So I use this electric file bead for two steps, like to remove shiny and to clean some corners between nail plate and the skin. Yes. Sometimes you will see that it's not enough. Your cuticle, you have too much and it's not cleaned enough. You see, now I'm repeating, and I see that my corner, it's not enough. So I need to repeat it one more time. And you see movements. I'm going like to another one side of my nail. Yes, I'm doing my cuticle more free. Yes, and it have for me it have to be like dress for women. I don't know how to explain. In Russian it's called normally like dress for women. My cuticle is free, and and really it's more easy to cut with scissors. So I repeated my cleaning of my cuticle. Now I'm cleaning with scissors a little bit my eponychium. Yes, it's the skin inside of my cuticle. Today we will do very interesting design. It's very popular and really it's very easy. And I think in your practice you will use this design. So now I did a little bit blood. So what I use now, you in your practice in your salon, you have to buy powder or liquid with name stop blooding some powder, because really it's necessary in your salon, because sometimes it happens, yes, when you working with very sensitive cuticle, working too much. So now I'm starting preparation of my before application of my dual form, I need to prepare my nail. In this case, we don't need to cut any free edge, because really don't forget about this, because it's really important information. But you have to do your nail more thinner in corners. You see that I work for this design. We need very big, I'm talking about size of glitter, and we need to use rubber base. So prepare this. Now I'm working with prep. It's dehydration. Yes, I remove oil, I remove some dust from my nail. After prep, yes, it's first step in our nail modeling, I need to use primer. So now I use primer, and now I'm using rubber base. uh, it's more cleany when I apply a small amount of rubber base on my nail cuticle plate, yes, and after I will work with a simple brush for gel. So now I applied a very small amount, and now I do application of rubber base. It will be like first layer, and in our company, in a Gate Nails company, we have rubber base. It's against liftings, so any liftings it will be really very good adhesion. Now I need to polymerize 30 seconds, and after that I need to apply one more time rubber base more near cuticle area, only there, because my nail plate, it's totally I totally applied rubber base. And now for my design I use it more closer to the cuticle area. You see, I'm working really close to cuticle area, and I'm trying it to more closer and closer. I'm applying and half of my nail, yes, and why I'm doing like this, because rubber base I will use like glue. Yes, I will use like glue, and now on this glue, because rubber base is sticky, good polymerization, clear, yes, and now I'm applying very big glitters. I don't like near cuticle area use small glitters. I'm talking about size because it's not looking amazing. So you need to find some very big glitters. It can be oil, no, it can be foil, it can be glitter, but don't use shell here because it have to be very thin layer after that with gel. It's not good to use shell here. Then I need to polymerize it, and I'm waiting about 1 minute. And after that, I don't know, you have to note for yourself that it will be really more good without any lifting when you apply on the top of your glitter, when you apply primer. Step 2, when you apply primer, because you have your primer, I use without acid. And without acid, it's like sticky, yes, and it's like glue. And now I need to find size of my dual form. You have to know that it have to be a little bit bigger size of dual form that you have your natural nail plate. You are wearing now, you are trying, and you see that it's enough in lower lateral parallel. Oh no, with this one you see that it's like standing up, and really in my lamp it will stand up, and it will be not enough lower lateral parallel, and it will be some distance between nail and my free edge. So you have to know that it have to be really good size, a little bit bigger, and it have to be like totally cover, yes, your natural nail plate, and without any distance inside. Now you see a good result. Yes, now you see this one, my dual form to this one nail. Now you see that I noted for myself. I noted for myself with marker, with black line, its size, yes, its length of my future nail. Here you see sizes from factory, but it will be more easy for you to know size when you, for example, you collecting 10 fingers, yes, 10 dual forms, and you note for yourself with marker, with black marker, or I don't know, it doesn't matter. You write for yourself sizes, and you will know till what level you need to apply your acrygel or gel. So now I'm doing preparation before to work with acrygel. You know that acrygel, it's very thick, yes, and for this it's necessary to work with some liquid with alcohol. So I prepared my wipes, yes, baby wipes, and after I applied a little bit alcohol to do my wipe more liquid, yes, more easy to work. And every time I'm using this alcohol with my brush, and you see now I see the level till what level I have to apply my acrygel, and now I'm applying acrygel inside of my form. I decided that it's more nice looking when inside it's I have inside blush color, yes, rosy color. Now you see level, yes, how many product I need to apply inside of my form. and pay attention that it have to be the same level everywhere. You don't need to apply very much material because it's looking it have to be natural looking nails. And for example, if you have too much material inside, you can delete it. Yes, you can remove it from there. And when I remove it, I'm every time return everything to my bottle, and it's not a problem because alcohol, it's not a problem, yes, for us. And after that, you can use this material twice from your bottle, so don't afraid to return material. Now I apply on my nail, and now I glue my dual form. You see that it's going a little bit down, so pay attention to this, and pay attention that your form, it have to be straight. It have to be straight like here, and it have to be from all corners, it have to be straight. So pay attention to this moment, that it's really necessary to know. Sometimes you have to help yourself with your fingers, yes, with your fingers, because you have to polymerize it well, and you have to have it in a straight position like I have now. I polymerize 10 seconds, and I fix it, and I see that it's correctly. Yes, I did everything correctly, and now I need to polymerize it till the end. Then I will work on the top. I will work with very with very pigmented gel. It's natural gel, self-leveling liquid gel, and I will use this one kind of the gel. Sometimes this one technique you can use with rubber base. For example, came one customer without one nail. This customer has all nails done, all nails, natural nails, long. Yes, but she came and she has one broken nails, yes. And you can do this one kind of the work to do basic coat with acrygel, but on the top you can use rubber base. I will use today not rubber base, I will use today liquid gel. Now with my fingers I'm pushing a little bit, and I'm removing my dual forms little by little, we see up, and it's done. We did our base coat. Yes, we did our base coat without paper forms. Yes, and really it's very easy. What I'm doing now, I had on the top of my form, I had a little bit acrygel. So from my nail, I'm removing acrygel, but it's not glue, yes, to my nail. So then we see that we have difference between our nail and between our acrygel. Do you remember that before we had tips, yes, very plastic easy tips, and we did the same. First we glue tip, yes, after we filing between difference between nail and tip, And now we are doing the same. Now I would like to show you that this kind of the dual forms is very good because we have very good arch. It's like pinch nail with very wonderful C curve. Now you see consistency of my nail. No, nail gel, sorry. Yes, you see consistency, and it will be very liquid gel. So when we are working with this kind of the gel, we first need to put very big amount of the gel. It's self-leveling, and every time we're starting from the center. From the center, we are going more closer to the cuticle area, and now we are going little by little to our free edge zone. Now you see how I'm working, but pay attention that this gel is moving. Yes, it's moving, and you have to know that it's possible that this gel will move to another one place. You see that now I'm working, applying my gel. Now I put my hand to another one side, and you see that it's going. Yes, it's self-leveling, and it's looking more nicely. And now I will go to my lamp, and I will cure this my new nail. Yes, and really this technique is very easy. I don't know, maybe you will try, you will see, but it's not necessary for diploma. So I did it for you, like extra case what you can do with different kinds of material. Now I'm waiting because it's self-leveling, it's moving, and I'm trying not to file after that a lot, so I'm trying to do it better. And now I'm curing. I need to cure it this kind of the gel about 30 seconds, and now I will use one tool to pinch it, to push it, to do my nail more curved, yes, more wonderful. So by these tools, I don't know how it will be in English, but I bought it before, and it's very cheap, but result it will be very, very nice. You see that I have good structure, and it's still soft because I know my lamp. I know this kind of the gel that it's only 30 seconds, and after that I'm with this one metallic tool, I'm going inside to my lamp, and one more time I need to cure it well. Then, for example, now I would like to show you this kind of tools. It's special tools for arch. For example, you did it too much. For example, you push it too much and you don't love your C curve. It's too much. You put inside these tools for arch, yes, and you can like it open up. Yes, you can open this your arch one more time to cure it, and you will have your C curve better. This one, it's only to know how it's possible to correct your mistakes. And now I'm waiting. Now I'm waiting polymerization till the end. Waiting, polymerization. So let's remove this tool and let's check what we got. What kind of the nail we got to know is it correctly or no. You will see that you don't need too much file it. Of course, you need to file it a little bit, but not so many, because you worked before with self-leveling gel. And do you know, don't forget this metallic tool for C-curve. It's metal, it's not clear. So in your lamp, you have to polymerize your nails with different positions. Don't forget about this because it's not clear, and maybe sometimes you remove your tool and you see that it's not polymerized till the end. So now you see that we have very good arched pinched nails. Yes, very nice architecture. We don't need to file it a lot. Yes, now I need to remove only sticky, sticky layer, and we need to close our bottles because some dust, yes, it will be some dust. And first of all, we are filing from our free edge. We're filing from our free edge. Now we are doing square, and our free edge we need to file straight. Now I'm working in my parallels. You see that I'm putting inside my file, and I have to file this one part straight. Pay attention that this one part, it's more easy to file with metallic files. In our company we have metal, it's like metal plate, and you can glue on the top, you can glue file like abrasive. Yes, now I'm showing you how it's working. It's very easy. Now I've removed this sticker with abrasive, sticker with file, and now I will glue another one, new one. So why I like this one kind of the files, because it's very like stable. Yes, it's not moving on your nails, and it's more easy to file because it's very hard. Yes, and yes, now we're gluing this this sticker. And now I will repeat one more time my parallel. I'm filing from right corner, then I'm filing another one side, left corner, and you have to have straight, yes, straight parallel. Like I told you in series, we don't need to do any mistake. We have to do parallels like roads for the trains, and it's necessary to know. I need to file a little bit on the top because of course I need to prepare my nails before application with top, and it have to be not shiny, it have to be like did with polisher. And now I will work with cuticle, yes, area near cuticle, yes. And you know that you have to have in your practice very sharp electric file bits, yes. And you see it's moving, and now I'm working this one area and my apex. If you did before with your gel very big apex, so you need to level it better. Working, yes, you don't have to do any step between cuticle and nail. So it have to be very, very straight, natural looking. You see, when you have very sharp, very thin free edge of your bit, it will be more easy to file. When I did everything on the top, I need a little bit to file inside. If you, for example, had before your natural nail plate, and I'm a little bit doing my free edge more thinner. Correct way, it have to be 0.7 millimeters, yes, millimeters of the material on free edge. So one more time, your thickness inside of your free edge, it means free edge thickness have to be 0.7 millimeter. It's not totally 1 millimeter. Please check how many it is. You see that I'm working slowly to show you everything, but when we are working with customers, you see that it's not too much I need to file. So little by little we're filing. If it's not enough in parallel, it will be really easy. And in the end of my filing, I need to file low lateral parallels. Now I'm starting. It have to be like straight growing from your natural nail. Yes, and you have to get it straight. And you see that with my file, with metal file, it's more easy to file low lateral parallels because it's very not so big like simple file, and really I do my work more cleaner. Little by little, little by little. Now I'm checking, is it the same level, all my corners. I see that it's not enough. I file from one side. Your corners of low lateral parallel, it have to be the same everywhere, and it have to be, you have to check it. Yes, not so much. You know, when you're working very fast with your customers, sometimes you will apply your gel and you don't need too much file, and it's possible to polish only. So it depends on your work. And what we need to do now. Now we need to apply primer. For what? I'm applying primer every time before application of the top. Because, for example, you did some air bubble inside. With primer, you will remove it. Your primer will do no liftings near cuticle area. It's another one. Your primer remove some dust. That's why it's better before application of the top to apply primer without acid. And now we're applying top inside because we filed inside, and your customer will like it. Yes, because it will be every time inside clean. Yes, and shiny. They like it, they love it. And now at once I'm applying on the top of my nail, and total polymerization with one position 1 minute, and after I polymerize it inside of my nail, another 1 minute. So 2 minutes for polymerization of the top. Some here. And now we have like our result. I hope that you will like it. So, like I told you before, this one work, I did it for you, especially to see that it's possible to work with different kinds of technique with dual forms. It means that you can try in your practice and this one kind of the work too, if you like to work with liquid gels or rubber bases. Yes, if you have in your practice more rubber bases. Now I'm a little bit filing inside my low lateral. It will be more cleany. And now you see that I'm checking, is it correct or no? Now only oil, and we did our nail. And in the second, yes, we will do more difficult works.